Hello my friends, welcome to What's on My Face, where I tell you everything that's on my face, and in this case, the things I use to put things on my face in this week's episode of What's Up in Makeup. Typically this video is housed on whatsupinmakeup.com, but once a month it does come to the channel. It's the last Sunday of the month because we typically have a weekly live chat at this time, but to kind of replace that, we throw this in there to give you something to do until 5 p.m. Eastern time when we have our actual chat today, and that'll be on YouTube. If you want to join the chat, you just need to come to the channel at about 5 p.m. Eastern time, and you should be able to find the video. I should also be linking the video underneath this week's episode of What's Up in Makeup if you want to join the chat around 4:30-ish. So without further ado, let's talk about what's on my face. We're gonna start where I started, which is a face primer that I call a face primer, but other people call it something different. This is the Josie Maran Argan Daily Moisture Protect and Perfect. I use this in my Holy Grail video, was the Ride or Die tag by Jaclyn Hill. I did use this as my primer. A lot of people were saying it's not a face primer, but Josie Maran herself says it can be used as a face primer, so therefore I call it a face primer. It is technically a tinted moisturizer, but I love it as a face primer. It gives just a tiny bit of coverage, like this much, and it just gives a really nice base for foundation, so I really like it a lot. And for foundation today, I used my e.l.f. Moisturizing Foundation Stick. Oh my gosh, is this stuff amazing. Absolutely amazing. People in the community have told me that it is not technically sold out. They put it on super sale on the e.l.f. website, but supposedly you can still get this at Ulta.com and some other places. So if you can find this, I definitely recommend jumping on it. It is stinking amazing. Oh my goodness. It is in the shade Natural, is the shade that I use. Today I kind of used the cheater pants method to apply it. I used my new Artis brush. This is the Artis Oval number 7. This is the first time I've ever used this brush, and oh my goodness, like, I can see what the hype is all about. So now that I can see what the hype is all about with Artis brushes, now I need to find a dupe for it because these things are stupid expensive. But I can see why people really like them, because it blended my foundation like a dream. Oh my gosh. I was on Periscope getting ready and it was like, oh, like the angels sang when I used this. So yeah, gonna be looking for a dupe now because this is a crazy price for what it is, but it works. It works. For powder today, I used my original Mineral Veil by Bare Minerals. I really like this as a face powder. It's extremely finely milled. I love the way it sits on my skin because it doesn't feel like it sits on the skin. It seems like it just kind of blends into the foundation that I'm using. Gives me a really nice finish. Love this one. This is the holiday packaging. You probably won't be able to find this one anymore, but the contents are exactly the same as the typical Bare Minerals Mineral Veil. Definite recommend there. Oh, I forgot to tell you, for concealer today, I used my brand new Tarte Shape Tape, and I did use this brush to blend it out. So far, really enjoying it. This is the first time I've ever used it, actually, and like trying to test it. So I can't really talk about how it wears or anything like that, but the application of it was very nice. I do really like it. I have the shade Light. It's a little bit light for my skin tone, but I think it's gonna be all right. But definitely, jury's still out on this one. I have not tried it enough, but first impressions are very positive. Going into eyeshadow, I did a base of the NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk because I knew I wanted my shadows to pop today. I knew what I was going to use, and I was like, I want to make sure the color really shows up today. So I started off with this base. It's a great way to start off eyeshadow. Really like it. I forgot, under that I used my Urban Decay Primer Potion, but I don't know how much that really makes a difference with milk. I don't know if you really need them both, but I did use them both today. For eyeshadow today, I used my brand new Juvia's Place Masquerade palette. I am excited to try this more. This is the first time I've ever used it. These pans are insanely huge. I used this shade up in the crease. I'm not even gonna butcher the name, but this shade in the crease. I used this shade all over my lid, and then I used this shade to deepen up the crease. On my lower lash line is this shade right here, just to add a little pop of color. And I very much enjoyed using them today. But I really don't feel like I can give a real true review of this from today because I did use these little Artiste brushes. This one is the one in Oval 3, and then this one is in Elite Linear 1. It was very strange to use these. There's definitely a learning curve on these as far as knowing how to use them. I was almost rubbing this on my eyes like a toothbrush. It was very odd, but it blended things out really, really nicely, so I'm curious to play with this more. This one I use like right in the crease with that deeper brown shade just to really target, and it was super easy to get that shade in there and evenly to target. This one can be used for liner, but I used it just to kind of draw that deeper line in my crease, and it worked really, really well. But again, this is the first time I've ever used it, so I can't really review it completely, but first impression was pretty fun. It was fun to use. Same thing with the Juvia's Place palette. Again, first time I've ever used it, but this is how the look came out, and I'm really happy with it, so can't complain so far. For brows today, I used the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer. This is an amazing eyebrow pencil. If you are looking for a brow pencil, highly recommend this one. This one, the dark one, is really, really dark though, so if you don't have super dark hair like this hair, you're probably gonna want the one that's a little bit lighter. This one is in dark brunette, and you definitely, it's for like dark brown to black hair. It's very, very nice for that, but it's a really nice pencil. Goes on really smooth. The spoolie's great. It just lasts all day. It sinks right down to the skin, blends really nicely into the brows. Just a fantastic product. For eyeliner today, I used a product. I think I got this in a subscription box or I got it with Ipsy points. I can't remember. This is the Aurora Intensively Precise Eyeliner in Waterproof. It is a marker tip, so it's a little bit difficult to work with, but it's very black, which I really, really like. But the marker tip is a little bit thick, so if you don't like thicker eyeliner, you may not like this one, but it does last a really long time. The wings will rub off if I do wings during the day, but it lasts on my lash line really well. Definitely not my favorite eyeliner of all time, but it is a nice one. I've never heard of this brand, Aurora, so I'm curious to try more products from this brand. Moving on to lashes, I got these at Generation Beauty. These are the Ardell Studio Effects. They're the 110s. That's what I'm wearing for lashes today, and I really, really like them a lot. I'm a huge Ardell lash fan. Huge, huge, huge. And then Duo Lash Glue is the glue that I used. For cheeks today, I used my blush and bronzer palette by Coastal Scents. This is brand new. They did send this to me for review. I haven't tried it enough to review it yet, but I did use this shade on my cheeks today. That's the blush that I'm wearing. Very, very pigmented. Careful not to go to clown face, but so far so good, but I definitely haven't done enough with it in order to review it. These are all things that I'm just starting to try coming back from Generation Beauty, so these are all reviews that are going to be coming up. This is the Urban Decay Illuminated Trio. This is a brand new set for the holidays. This is, again, something I haven't hardly used yet. I use this middle shade here. It is straight glitter. Straight glitter. If you do not want glitter on your cheeks, you will not like this palette. If you go out to clubs, or if you just like glitter on your face, this is going to be something that you might want to look at, but if you don't like glitter, definitely pass on this one. I have a highlighter review video coming up soon as I have enough time to test. I have 3 holiday highlighters I'm going to review for you, and this is one of them, but I definitely need to test it more. And then for contour, I just use my e.l.f. contour palette. I just use this shade here. Old Reliable. It's amazing. So that's it for what's on my face today. I hope you enjoyed learning about what is on my face, and hopefully you found some things that you might be interested in, and you can see the things that I'm looking to review in the next month. So I want to thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed the video, definitely share it with somebody that you think will also enjoy the video. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And mad love to you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!